everyone, what's up? Welcome back to my channel. We are doing a makeup tutorial this time on this green smoky eye that you see here. We have St. Patrick's Day rolling around, so I decided to go ahead and put some green ideas out there for y'all. And the palette that I decided to use for this look is going to be the Vice 4 palette. This has been out for a while. Some people got it, some people didn't get it. And the eyeshadows I'm actually be using are only 3 out of this palette, but I also had to use another palette because there's not really any good transition colors that are going to be helping with the blending. So I ended up also getting the Naked 2, the Naked 2 Basics palette. It's this little palette that has the other shades that we're going to be using for the transition colors in this tutorial. So as you can see, these are very neutral. They're brown colors that I was using to blend the actual crease, so that way we don't have a really just splotchy black there. So on the Vice 4 palette, the colors that I went ahead and used are going to be this nice green grasshopper shade, and also this nice color up in the corner here, which is called Bones, and also this black here that's called Deadbeat. These are the colors that I used out of the palette. Now granted, these are very easy colors that you can get out of another palette or another single pan if you want. Remember, you don't have to use this particular eyeshadow. You can go with any kind of black eyeshadow or any kind of white eyeshadow or green eyeshadow for this entire makeup look. You do not need this palette. So if you do have the palette, that's great. If you don't stress on it. Now, like I said, for these neutral shades here, you can use any kind of neutral shades that you have. If you have another palette that has these kind of shades in it, or if you have a Naked palette, you could probably grab the shades that we're going to be using. Do not stress on the idea that you can't do this look without these 2 palettes. So we're going to go ahead and go into this entire makeup look. So hopefully y'all guys stay tuned, okay?
Alright guys, so the first thing we're going to start off with is the satin scotch tape, and what we're going to go ahead and do is we're going to take a piece and apply it to the back of our hand. This is going to help with the adhesive that's on it. It won't be as harsh on our eyes when we put it on. So then we're going to take this and we're going to go ahead and place it right here on the eyes. We're going to do it to both sides. This is going to help with our eyeshadow to make it look really cut. Okay, and then the next thing you want to do is go ahead and make sure that it's even on both sides before we get started with our eyeshadow. Then we're going to take this Urban Decay eyeshadow primer potion. We're going to go ahead and put about this much for one eyelid. So we're going to go ahead and use our finger and rub this in. Next, we're going to take our Naked 2 Basics palette, and we're going to actually go ahead and open this up and take an angled blending brush that's going to look like this. And we're going to go ahead and dip into the shade Stark. Stark is a nude pink matte shade. And we're going to go ahead and basically set the eyeshadow primer potion with this all over the lid. Next, we're going to go ahead and take this Luxie 229 tapered blending brush, and we're going to go ahead and dip it into the shade Frisk. Frisk is a warm gray matte shade. We're going to go ahead and take this shade and apply it into the crease first. We're always wanting to start off with a light shade and then go darker as we go down the line. Then what we're going to do is grab this Luxie 205 tapered blending brush. And what we're going to dip into is this shade Cover. Cover is this muted red-brown matte shade. And then basically using windshield wiper motions, we're going to go over where we applied that first shade at. This is going to help darken the crease. Next, we're going to take this NYX black eyeshadow base. If you don't have this base, you can use a cream black eyeshadow. And basically, we're going to take a Wet n Wild small eyeshadow brush. And what we're going to do is we're going to dip it into here and apply this on the lid wherever we want to put the green eyeshadow at. Now this is really important to use this because this is going to help make that green stick out for this entire look. So you want to go ahead and apply this nice thick black shade first before actually getting into applying that green eyeshadow. Then we're going to go into the Vice 4 palette with the shade Grasshopper. This is a metallic emerald green micro glitter eyeshadow, and we're going to use the eyeshadow brush that the palette came with. We're going to apply this green over that black base. As you can see, this green is like I came, I saw, and I conquered. it is showing up amazingly over that black base. Then we're going to go with the shade Deadbeat. This is a black satin with iridescent micro glitter. We're going to use this Wet n Wild blending brush, and we're going to go ahead and dip into the shade, and we're going to use this on the outer corner of our eyes, like a little triangle right here in this area. And what you're trying to do is you're trying to smoke this out. Don't worry about taking it into the crease just yet. We're just wanting to make sure that we get this entire corner to blend out. Then we're going to take this Lexi 205 tapered blending brush, and we're going to dip into the shade Primal, which is a muted brown matte shade. And we're basically going to go back into the crease, and we're going to use this brown shade to help us blend that black eyeshadow that we just applied on the outer corner there. Then next I like to take this large blending brush, and what I like to do is go ahead and go over with no eyeshadow, blending those colors together. Then we want to take that large blending brush again and dip into the shade Skimp. This is a pale nude satin shade. We're going to use this as our highlight right below the eyebrow. Then you want to go back over with that large blending brush and actually use it to blend that highlight and that crease shade together. Then we're going to take Bones. This is an oyster satin shade, and we're going to take the crease brush that came with the palette, and basically we're going to take this color and apply it to the inner corners of our eyes. This is going to help bring light into the center of our eyes. Okay, so next is gel liner. We're going to use the Kai liner in the shade Black, and we're going to use the angled liner brush that comes with it, and we're going to go ahead and apply the liner on our top lash line. Now the tape's going to make it so much easier to go ahead and add the eyeliner. It's going to look very sharp and very clean. Then we're going to go ahead and remove the tape. Then we're going to take this Wet n Wild powder brush, and we're going to use this to basically clear out that fallout that you see underneath our eyes. Then we're going to take this Crown C513 Pro Detail Crease Brush, and we're going to dip it into the shade Frisk, and we're going to use this to basically put eyeshadow on our lower lash line. We're going to use that same brush and dip into the shade Cover. We're going to go ahead and put that on top of Frisk. Next, we're going to take this Urban Decay Waterline Pencil in the shade Legend, and we're going to use this to basically line our lower lash line. And what you can go ahead and do is take a Wet n Wild blending brush and help this blend that eyeshadow and that liner that we just applied. Okay, next is time for lashes. I like to use the Duo Eyelash Adhesive. You can use whatever lashes you want for this entire look. Okay, next we're going to take this Maybelline Colossal Big Shot Mascara, and we're going to apply this to our upper lash line, and we're going to go ahead and also apply this to our lower lash line, just like so. Then we're going to take this lip liner by Starlux. This is the shade Charm. This is a nude pink shade. We're going to go ahead and line our lips with this shade. Now, lip liner is supposed to help whenever you apply your lipstick. It's supposed to stop the edges from feathering out. So that's why it's really important to try to add a lip liner before applying your lipstick. Then we're going to use Jeffree Star Crisp Anthemum shade. This is a soft pink nude with fine glitter. We're going to go ahead and apply this to our lips. Now, I don't like to rub my lips together when I'm applying lipstick. I always apply my lipstick on the lower part of my lips and on the top part of my lips, because whenever you smear your lips together, it kind of gets on your Cupid's bow, and I don't like the way that that looks. Alright, and it looks like we're all set here, and this completes this entire makeup look, guys.
Alright everyone, that is all for that makeup tutorial. I appreciate you guys for watching. And again, if you did like the video, feel free to put your comments down below. Go ahead and like, and also if you're not already subscribed, go ahead and click the subscribe button down below if you want to see some future videos from me. Also, don't be scared. There's comments down there. Please feel free to put in a comment of any kind of makeup tutorial you want to see in the future or what you thought about the videos. I always appreciate y'all guys' feedback. You can also subscribe to my Twitter and Instagram and Snapchat down below. Don't be scared, guys. Go ahead and do that. And also, always again, I appreciate you guys for watching and I appreciate y'all's support. So until next time, guys. Mwah!